All right, let's take a little journey into the most complicated, most fascinating place in the universe, your own mind. You think you know yourself pretty well, right? But what if I told you there's a secret operator inside your head, calling most of the shots, making decisions for you before you're even aware of it?
So, let me just ask you this straight up. Are you really in charge of your thoughts? I mean, you feel like you're the pilot, right? Flying the plane, deciding what to think, what to feel, what to remember. But are you sure about that?
Because here's the first big shocker. The vast majority of what your brain is doing, literally right this second, it's all happening behind the curtain. It doesn't ask for your permission or your input, which kind of means you might be more of a passenger in your own head than the pilot. And that brings us to our first big reveal. Let's talk about the incredible power of your brain's autopilot. This is the silent, super efficient system that runs your life when you're not even paying attention. You know this feeling, I'm sure of it. You get in the car, you're driving a route you've taken 1,000 times, and then, poof, you're in your driveway and you have almost zero memory of the last 10 minutes. That wasn't you being forgetful. Nope, that was your brain's autopilot taking the wheel while your conscious mind was off daydreaming.
Yeah, there's a fancy word for this. It's called automaticity. And really, you could just think of it as your brain's smart and, let's be honest, kind of lazy efficiency mode. It turns all these routine tasks into automatic habits so that your conscious mind is freed up to deal with bigger, more important stuff.
And it is everywhere, not just in the car. It's the way your fingers just know where to go when you're typing. It's brushing your teeth, probably in the exact same pattern every single morning. It's riding a bike without thinking about balance. Even just making your morning coffee. These are all little masterpieces of your brain's silent, automatic genius.
Okay, so your actions are often on autopilot. But what about your memories? You probably think they're like a perfect, accurate record of the past. Well, get ready for reveal number 2 because it turns out your memory is a storyteller.
We all love to think our memory works like a video vault, right? That we can just pull up a perfect recording of something that happened. But the reality? It's a lot more like a Wikipedia page. Every time you access a memory, you can unconsciously edit it. You might add new details, change the emotional tone, or just conveniently forget the parts that don't fit the story.
This process is called reconstructive memory, and that word reconstruct is everything. You're not just finding a memory file in your brain, you are rebuilding it from scratch every single time. And you're using bits of the original event, sure, but also your current beliefs, your feelings, even stuff you've heard from other people.
So here's the bottom line. Your memories aren't pure data. They're stories. And those stories are shaped by who you are today, not just who you were when the thing actually happened. It's a powerful and, yeah, maybe a slightly unsettling idea about how we build the narrative of our own lives.
Okay, so our actions can be automatic and our memories are stories. What about our beliefs? This leads us straight to our third and final reveal, the invisible world of your hidden biases. These are the mental shortcuts that are shaping your reality without you even knowing it.
Let's just talk about one of the biggest ones, confirmation bias. To put it simply, your brain loves to be right. It will actively go out and search for information that proves what you already think is true. And any information that challenges your beliefs, your brain just kind of ignores it or downplays it or forgets it. It's like you're wearing glasses that only let you see the evidence you already agree with.
And get this, research shows that about 85% of us believe we are less biased than the average person. Think about that for a second. We have a bias about our own bias. We're brilliant at spotting it in other people, but we all tend to think, oh no, not me, I'm the exception.
And you see this everywhere. It's why we get stuck in our own little political echo chambers online. It's why we remember that one time our horoscope was creepily accurate, but we forget the 50 other times it was completely wrong. It is a powerful force that filters your entire view of the world.
So after all this, you might be feeling a bit like you're just a puppet and your brain is pulling all the strings. But that's not the whole story. The takeaway here is not about being helpless. It's about awareness. It's about learning to become your mind's co-pilot. And this is the most important idea of all. Understanding these automatic habits, these memory quirks, these hidden biases, that's not a weakness. It's a superpower, because once you can actually see the machinery working behind the scenes, you can start to engage with it in a much more conscious way. So how do you do that? Well, it can start with 3 simple steps. First, just pause. Before that knee-jerk reaction kicks in, just take a breath. Second, question your first thought. Ask yourself, is this an automatic assumption? Is this the real memory, or is this the story I tell myself about the memory? And third, actively seek out people and ideas that challenge you. Be curious about being wrong. So we'll end with this. You might not be the sole pilot of your mind, flying the plane with total control 24/7. But you don't have to be a passenger either. By understanding how your brain works, you get to choose when to step into that cockpit, grab the controls, and help decide the direction. So the question is, who do you want to be today? The passenger or the co-pilot?